Again, my name is Malcolm Frost, Commanding General for Center for Initial Military Training, Command Sergeant Major Bitchell. So again, as we kind of talked about yesterday, just as a reminder, this is the Army Combat Fitness Test. It's 6 events. It's individual executing it in 50 minutes, and it's about 37 minutes of work, 13 minutes of rest. So the first event, I'm going to talk through each one, and we're going to have demonstrators do event 1. We'll do that for 2, 3, 4, and then event 5, and obviously event 6 is a 2-mile run. So the first event is the straight deadlift. You'll have some time to warm up before you've done it. Now our demonstrators have already warmed up. You have 5 minutes. When you saw those standards, I want to emphasize that those standards that we saw for the 6 events, those were just the minimums. So if you looked all the way up to the top, you know, 60 to 100, and one of the things we're going to look at during the field test, the large-scale field test of the 60 battalions, is how do we incentivize performance across all 6 events? Where does the Army Combat Fitness Badge come in? You know, are there maybe 3 levels of it? Maybe between 70 to 80 points is the ACFT badge, maybe. 80 to 90 is at the senior level, like senior wings, and then master level, possibly 90 to 100. So we got to work that. It's all yours. So you saw the maximum of the scale was about 350, so you saw 350, you saw 140, which is
They're looking steady, stop, start again. If they lift the bar, and as they're proceeding to put it down, they lose control of the bar. And
all right.
Sir?
So on the,
When you look at the 50 minutes, that's 50 minutes for the execution. That doesn't count the warm-up. You have 15 lanes. We didn't talk about that either. So this is the setup. The equipment you see here is what will be issued to all of the battalions, the battalion level, the 60 battalions that are going to execute the field test. 15 lanes, 50 minutes, about 4 soldiers per lane is 60. So 60 soldiers times 2 iterations of that 50 minutes with those warm-ups, you're looking at 2 hours to get a whole company through all 15 lanes. 3 attempts, the 1 practice and the 2 record attempts. You have 3 minutes time to conduct that this part of the test towards that 50-minute continuous clock. Okay, demonstrators.
So as they're throwing, watch their feet. Their feet cannot touch the line. Their feet cannot cross the line. The feet can leave the ground. This is a power event, so it's a practice. So we're just making sure that the ball didn't go straight up and straight back down on you. Not that that's ever happened so far. With 06 and above. In the desert. In the Sinai. Anyway, so that's all that's for, right? Just to make sure that you're set. So again, we're kind of giving you a prep, which you'll have done before you start the first event.
In my opinion, this is one of those events that takes a lot of learning and technique to understand the arc and how you're going to do this. So don't feel bad.
So here we make sure that the muscle that controls that fingertip is being used when you grab like this across, of course, all 8 fingers, whether you're left or right-handed. So we're using both arms, not just one. But we're making sure that your brain is connecting to this part of your body. It's why we do this in the bend and reach. It's why you do that if you're a jump master. It's why we do that if we salute. So there's what we call functional transfer from the test into what you're required to do as a soldier.
Investigate maximum, and then the next event, if you want to demonstrate for this, the next event is the hand release push-up.
Okay, you won't be able to come back up without snaking off the ground, and we're going to watch for that too. You cannot change your straight line body position. The ground resets the body position. When they're back on the ground, the hands must lift off the ground so that there's a gap seen by the grader between the palms and the ground. The hands come back down to the ground and the grader says?
1.
1. And then the soldier keeps going. The only authorized rest position
2.
for the hand release push-up is the front leaning rest. You have 2 minutes to do as many as you can. Maximums we've seen for this event, although it's been slightly modified over the few months we've been doing piloting, it's been about 40 to 50.
Sir, why the set hand position?
So,
based on where
again, you know, combat specific movement. This is your athletic position, right? I don't defend myself with my hands out wide.
And the starting position is the front leaning rest position.
Get ready, get set, begin.
If you don't have something in your hands, you touch with your foot and your hand, either lateral or on the
Lateral.
So they're going to touch hand and foot.
Kettlebells, grabbing the kettlebells.
Something in my hands.
At about this point, this becomes backwards. When you then go to run or move sideways after that, those muscles are no longer available, and suddenly you realize, oh, I should have had those working out a little bit more than I've been doing to this point. So don't be surprised, it's normal. Times, 1:30 would be very fast. You've got 4 minutes to execute. It's when you come up and grab the kettlebells, we don't want to see this and then move out, right? Some of you will feel like you have to do that. Try not to.
So the bottom line is when you grab the sled, I can grab the sled by the handles. I can put my hands through the handles, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but I've seen people do because it takes time, so my time goes down. Or I can simply grab here on the outside of the handles. But I can't wrap down the handles, which biomechanically doesn't make a lot of sense, but I've got to hold down here by the handles. So.
Down. Same thing with a sled. Something that's not as obvious to everybody else, the sleds here, it's called a magic carpet sled.
All right. Okay, any more questions before we move on to the next event? Okay, next event.
Just drag it.
The advantage of portable is you can use them any place, but they don't make them super wide. So we use these portable ones. If we send an MTT to your location and you don't have them, that's why we have portable ones. Or if you had a remote site you want to test for a day, you can use portable ones.
Safety tips, we don't want you kipping too much. Extension and flexion of the spine isn't very safe over the long run, similar to what we're doing now with the sit-up. This challenges your abdominal region far more than just a sit-up because it also incorporates arm movement and hip flexor activation. So it's a more holistic, total body exercise than what we're seeing with the sit-up.
It'll take a little bit of time, it'll take a little bit of work. But everybody we've seen that's practiced on it has done well after a few months of trying.
Alright, so remember your first one, 50 to 60%, just so you get used to the feel of the ball. Not a maximum amount of distance.
Are you really?
8, 5. Alright, this is your second attempt.
8.1. It's good practice for us.
5.3. 5.8.
So what's the min you have to be able to do?
So there's no minimum.
9.8.
Everybody ready? Get set. Go.
I want to go with Gerald Hurley.
On up and you're going to grab the sled. Grab the sled. There you go. All the way through me. Straight back. Make sure it crosses that line. Go ahead. Laterals. Laterals. Make sure you stay facing the same direction, up and back. Direction. Flip the other way. There you go. You got to work the opposite side. There you go. Kettlebells. All right. 210, 211. Get ready. Get set. Go.
Ready for the ball throw? Yeah.
Grab that sled. There you go. Back. Don't cross the feet is the only thing. Alright. controlled manner and take off on your final sprint. There you go.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 20, 21, 22, 26, 27, 28.
Go up, you straighten your legs. Boom. No arms at all.
1. 2. 4.
I may want to go to the other one. That's the man right there. This one said surgery. So I'm wondering if the other one.
Missed it on the elbow at 7-2.
Foot, touch the line, turn. 1 foot, touch the line, turn. 1 foot, touch the line. Got him. There you go.
Come on, let's go.
Must touch the line, man. Hand and foot. Your foot must touch. Hand must touch the line. Get on back. Touch the line, man. Hand must touch the line, ma'am. Get on back.
So get set. Go. That hurts. Woo. So, mate, go on. Got it. Got it. 20.
Almost there, man. I'm almost there. There you go.
Maintain that same direction, down and back. Now, Sergeant Major, we're going to have the kettlebell.
Kettlebell. You got it. You got it.
Too easy.
207. Yeah, 230. 230.
Got it. Got it. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Hand must touch the line. Hands must touch the line.
45. 246.
All right.
One more? Yes, sir. You got one more.
6-8.
That was a good throw, sir.
8.2.
Okay. And then down and up and down and boom. Good. Good. So you increased a meter just in 2 minutes.